The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone, or rather good evening, depending on where you are. My name is Raj Alam, and I work for the University of Law. Thank you very much for joining me today. The session should take about 40 minutes. We would cover something about the university. I'll give you a little bit of a brief about the University of Law itself, the various courses that we offer, the routes to legal practice, most importantly, how you can become a lawyer in the UK, what are the various routes, and we will also talk about various business programs that we offer, so academic law and business programs that we offer in the UK. And towards the end, we will also touch a little bit on the current COVID situation, and how that might impact your study plans here in the UK. So thank you very much. I can see we have a lot of people attending this session today, which is great. We have people from different parts of the world, different countries, so which is fantastic. Again, as I said, thank you very much. if you just a little bit of about the tool that we are using today, it's called Gotowebinar, as you would have realized by now. And on your screen there is a section where you can see there is an area where you can put your questions, ask questions. So you can type in your questions, and I'll keep an eye on the questions throughout the presentation. So if that question is relevant to that particular slide, that will, I'll try and address that question right away. Otherwise, we will keep 5 to 10 minutes towards the end of the session also for general questions. I'll try and keep the presentation a little bit more generic today for the sake of everyone, because everyone is looking to apply for different courses, and we'll be talking about a lot of courses today. So but if you have any specific questions, I will leave my contact details towards the end of the presentation, and you can send me an email anytime, and I can answer your specific questions via email as well. So yeah, but feel free to please do type in your questions. If anyone can volunteer and just type a sentence in the question, just to make sure that you are familiar, you know what I'm talking about, and you can hear me loud and clear. Or you can also put a message on the chat box there. So yeah, as I said, I will be hi from India. Esther, hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Thank you very much for taking the initiative. That's great. So that's fair. So I can see your question, or I can see your comment there. Hi, Basil. Perfect. That's great. Right. So hi, Mohammed. Great. So with that, I think we have hi, Rishi. Hi, Tasleen. That's great. Okay, so it shows that I'm audible, and you are able to see the section, which is fantastic. So let's reserve that space for questions, so that I don't we don't get too much I will be able to spot these questions easily. So with that, let's start with who we are. I'm not sure if you've already heard of University of Law. Pretty much, I think most of you might have already heard. It's just to give you a brief about who we are. We are one of the oldest and the largest legal education providers here in the UK. So we've been in the UK for almost close to 200 years. We were, the institution was established back in 1800s. So it's one of the oldest institutions. We've been offering law degrees and professional law programs for a long time. So because we've been doing this for a long time, we have trained more practicing lawyers in the UK than anyone else, and that gives us a huge advantage in terms of the alumni group that we have here in the country, as well in the UK as well as worldwide. We have the UK's largest legal alumni group with over 64,000 members. And if you're familiar with Sadiq Khan, he's the mayor of London right now, and he's one of our alumni as well. So we are very proud to have him on as part of our alumni. So from the beginning, the institution institution was working very closely with the law firms. So it was actually established by a law firm back in 1800s, I think 1862 when it was established. So from that date, we still kept the same ethos. So we continue working with the law firms very closely. Unlike other UK universities, we are not a research or a theory-focused institution. We are a very employment or industry-focused institution, vocational focused institution. Because you might have already know this, but UK universities traditionally are known for research. Their research or academic or theory-focused courses. But we've always been, for us, the priority was to train the lawyers, train employees, so that they can do better in their respective fields. So today we work with 90 of the top 100 law firms here in the UK, which is again, like we're talking about the leading law firms. We also have an award-winning pro bono team. So at any given time, we have over 3,000 pro bono cases in our database that our law students can take advantage of. So there's a fantastic opportunity for any law student to work on real cases while you're studying. So pro bono cases are those cases where, like, people, so general public in the UK, people in the UK who cannot afford to hire a solicitor or a barrister, because they can be expensive, they come to our institution for legal advice. So these are called pro bono cases. So as part of some courses, you'll be working on these pro bono cases anyway. But apart from that, also for other students, also we always encourage students to take part in those and take the advantage of these pro bono cases. And to support you with your job search, as well as to find part-time as well as full-time employment here in the UK, we have a career services and employability service team. And that's one of the largest here in the UK. So they will help you throughout your course. They will conduct certain workshops that will be very helpful for you. They will organize some career events for you here in the campus or outside the campus as well that you can take advantage of. So they'll help you to reach out to some potential employers at any given time. We are unique in another aspect as well. Like we are the only institution with lot of campuses across the UK. So we give you the choice, especially for some courses. We offer some courses across the UK in all the campuses. We are the only institution with 9 campuses here in the UK. As you can see from the list, Birmingham, Bristol, Chester, Guildford, Leeds, London, Bloomsbury, and London Moorgate. These are the 2 central London campuses. We also have a campus in Manchester, and we got a campus in Nottingham. So as you can see, we've covered pretty much most of the important cities, key cities here in the UK. And apart from that, we also offer some law programs with other universities. So we have partnerships with Russell Group universities. So if you look at I'm sure you might have heard of this term called Russell Group universities. Russell Group universities are those old prestigious universities of the UK, red brick universities of the UK. And so they offer, so the University of Exeter, University of Liverpool, University of Reading, from this list, they are part of this Russell Group universities. So they offer our law programs on their campuses. So as you can see, for law, we are pretty much on par with a similar level of a Russell Group institution, and we also have a campus in Hong Kong. Mohammed, I see your question about digital marketing. Yeah, we will cover some courses in the later slides. Yes, we will cover those. We do offer digital marketing, criminology, as well as politics. So you can decide which program would be more suitable for you when we address those in the next slides. So here, just to give you an idea how the legal practice works here in the UK, there are 2 types of lawyers, as you might have already know this. One way to become a lawyer here in the UK, practice law, is to become a solicitor, and the other way is to become a barrister. So solicitors are those people who actually work, perform legal work outside the court. Whereas barristers, they mainly defend people inside the court. So they work inside the court. So that's a big difference between solicitors and barristers. Is most of the work that solicitors do, that is outside the court, and most of the work that barristers do is inside the court. But it's not as broad and generic as that. We can if you look at a little bit more closely what exactly solicitors do. So if someone in the UK says that they are going to see their lawyer, they are usually referring to our solicitor. So if they are talking about they're going to see your lawyer, for example, because solicitors are those first point of contact for any client, whether that is an individual or or an organization. So solicitors come in contact with the clients first, and then they will understand the case. They will advise the clients. They undertake if there is anything that needs to be researched, they do the initial research, they prepare the legal documents, and they also undertake negotiations. So as you all know, you might have, most of the cases, legal cases are resolved outside the court. So solicitors do play a very, very important role in resolving these legal issues. They can work in big range of organizations, including commercial and non-commercial law firms, governments. They work with private businesses, banks, and financial services. That's a huge sector that employs solicitors, and solicitors also can work with multinational companies. So we do have a lot of, we have our alumni working with leading law firms, solicitor firms. But apart from that, we also have alumni working with United Nations. We have alumni working with banks, consulting firms, as well as corporations like Facebook or eBay. So the solicitors do work in a wide range of companies. They usually have a specialist knowledge of a different area in the area of the law, such as they can specialize in corporate law or family law or criminal law, finance, property, and employment. A lot of time, solicitors, especially if they are working in a corporation or a commercial law firm or international law firm, they do travel quite a bit to see the clients, because most of their clients must be multinational companies, or they are located overseas, so they do travel quite a lot, and sometimes they can also represent the clients in the court. So on the other hand, barristers, you can clearly distinguish a barrister from a solicitor, because barristers wear that wig and gown in the court, as you might have seen in the a lot of films and TV series. So they work at a higher level of court than solicitors, and their main role is to act as advocates in the legal hearings. So they stand in the court, plead the case on behalf of the clients in front of a judge. So these are all these advocates and judges that we see. Like solicitors, they can also have specialist knowledge of law. So they're often called on to give legal advice. So, but they do not come in contact with public as much as solicitors do. So in a typical case, what happens is the client gets in touch with solicitors. So solicitors do the initial groundwork. They're trying, but if the case has to be taken to a higher level of court, they will prepare the documentation and then they will hand over the case to barristers. So then the barristers, they spend some time to review the case, review the evidence, and they will also prepare what they're going to say in the court. So that's how they. And if they need more information, obviously they get in touch with the solicitors or clients. In the UK, most of the barristers are self-employed. So I think I have one question here from Safir. Will we be covering information on LLM program and scholarship? Yes, Safir, we will be covering that information as well very shortly. So I was just saying that most barristers are self-employed here in the UK, and they work in chambers. Along with other barristers to share the costs. They don't have to set up their own offices, and that can be expensive here in the UK. So they work in chambers. But they can also be employed in-house as advisors or corporate lawyers by banks, corporations, and solicitor firms. So these are the routes to practice, or routes to become a barrister and solicitor here in the UK. So just to know, so as I said, so students usually they already know by the time they finish their LLBs here in the UK or from other countries, they already know which route they're gonna take from. So it's like either they want to become a solicitor or they want to become a barrister. So some students say, for example, like mostly, like, and I can see that we have a lot of you from India. So I can talk talk from my personal experience, a lot of Indian students, they prefer to come for the solicitor route because they would like to get into corporate law, right? So because solicitors work in corporate sector more than barristers. So solicitor route is more popular for Indian students, whereas barrister route is more popular for, say, for example, students from Pakistan or Bangladesh. So it just depends on your interest. Here, just one thing is you cannot just become a barrister or a solicitor with an LLB degree itself. So the prerequisite, obviously, most students join their legal career with an LLB degree. That's the first degree that they take. But after LLB, also you still have to do a couple of mandatory courses to become a barrister or a solicitor. So to become a barrister, everyone has to do a professional course called BPC, Bar Practice Course. And to become a solicitor, everyone has to do a course called Legal Practice Course, that is LPC. So these are the two most important professional master's courses. So when you're coming to the UK for your master's, especially, you have most of the students right now, they choose between LLMs, which is an academic master's, which we will be covering in the next slides, or they want to join a professional qualification route, that is professional masters like bar practice course or legal practice course. So so you'll have to make the decision before you apply. So the prerequisites for BPC and LPC is that you must have a UK qualifying law degree. So UK qualified law degree means there is a prerequisite of modules that you should have taken as part of your LLB. Unfortunately, a lot of international LLB programs, that is LLBs from your home countries, may not cover all these modules. So you cannot now, if these modules, if you don't have a qualifying law degree, UK qualifying law degree, it's not that it must be qualifying law degree in your country, but it need not be a UK qualifying law degree. So you may not have covered certain modules which are prerequisites for LPC and BPC. So for those students, for those of you, we offer a sort of a conversion course or a bridge program called Graduate Diploma in Law or MA Law. So these two are exactly this similar sort of a course, just that Graduate Diploma in Law is 9 months and MA Law is 12 months. So you'll have to choose between. So those of you who've done your LLB from other countries, most of you might have to start your journey, your qualification route with Graduate Diploma in Law or MA Law. So which one you need to take, or which one you want, you should take, that is completely your choice, because GDL and MA Law, they pretty much, these first 9 months is the same curriculum. It's just that MA Law, as part of MA Law, you'll have to do 3 months of project report or a dissertation. Right. So a typical path qualification route is you finish your degree in your home country, whether that is in India or Pakistan or Middle East, wherever you are coming from, wherever you're currently studying or studied, got your degree from. And then after that, you come to the UK to do GDL or MA Law. And after GDL or MA Law, then you can choose which route you want to go to, either BPC or LPC. So if you want to become a barrister, you'll have to take BPC. And after that, you have to do 1 year training called pupillage under a barrister before you become a barrister. Yeah. For LPC route, after Graduate Diploma in Law, you do LPC, which is 12 months course. And then after that, you'll have to do 2 years of training with a law firm. And then after that, you can become a solicitor. So one of the advantages with University of Law is for BPC or LPC, our success rates in providing you trainings after BPC and LPC is really high. So our success rate in providing you the training or helping you with training contracts is 97%. So 97% of our students who graduate, who finishes LPC will get into a full-time employment or a training contract within 6 to 9 months of graduation. So pretty much, we can help you with that. We can help you with that process. And these training contracts with the law firm for solicitor route, these are a paid training contracts. So you'll get paid for the for that duration of 2 years. Right. So those are the two routes of to practice to become a barrister and a solicitor here in the UK. Just to look at LPC and BPC are very important programs. As I said, these two are professional masters. It's all about these are not academic, just like LLMs. These are more than LLMs. These are more practice-based programs. These are more skill-based programs. So it develops, LPC develops your commercial awareness, critical thinking, and then you will gain the necessary professional skills to prepare you, for your legal career ahead. And the skill set that you get, though LPC is a UK-based qualification, solicitor qualification, the skills that you get are relevant in any context. If you go back to your home countries in the future, when you go back to your home countries also, the skill set remains with you. So, and then you will be able to progress in your career faster than normal route. And you can tailor your course, so you can pick your specializations. As you can see, there are lots of specializations that we offer. All the specializations modules are about practice, so there is always about practice element to it. And it's all about like your presentation skills. How do you become a better corporate lawyer? And with our LPC, you'll also get a LLM degree. You can opt to get an LLM, or you can also get an MSc degree without any extra cost. So this is like a dual degree program. Whereas our BPC, on the other hand, it's a very, very competitive program. We are the only institution who will conduct an interview as well before you come as part of your application. You'll have to go through a selection process. There is 50 hours of advocacy trainings that is inbuilt into the program, which will prepare you fully for the bar. It's very it will gain practical legal work experience through pro bono cases, and the program itself is designed keeping the stages of litigation in mind from the start of the case to the end. So you'll go through the various stages that are you'll cover the various stages of how the case will be dealt in a typical situation. And it's all about advocacy skills. There's a lot of role plays and mock trials. You'll visit high courts, magistrate courts here in the UK, and also obviously you'll be working on the pro bono cases. So you'll get real-time experience as part of your BPC. So something a little bit more on the training contract itself. As I mentioned, training contracts is a final stage on the path to become a solicitor, and it's a very, very one of the reasons why we are so popular and why students like University of Law is because of our success rate in placing students for the training contracts. So after LPC, you will get 2 years of you'll have to do 2 years of training with a law firm, and we can help you with that. It usually involves 2 years time working with a law firm. And Law Society of England, they recommend minimum trainees in London up to £22,000. So £22,000 is the minimum salary that its Law Society recommends. And outside London, it's about £19,000. But most often, students get paid more than this minimum salaries. So minimum salary, this is on par with any average graduate salary here in the UK. So it's a very well-paid training that you get. This year we have new partnership with Deloitte, for example. Like we do have partnerships with a lot of law firms, as I mentioned. So Deloitte is one of our new partners, and we are building some law contracts, so training contracts for our students. And these are the sample law firms. I'm sure you might be recognizing these. So they offer training contracts and work placements to students every year. I would like to skip this one, but there are some changes, but that's not relevant for this year and next January 2021. So I'll skip that information for now. Apart from LPC and BPC, obviously, those are the professional masters, as I was talking about. We also offer masters. So they are still very popular for international students. They gain, a LLM from a UK institution like University of Law will give you these advantages when in your job search. So we do have various specializations, starting with corporate law, corporate governance, business law, international corporate governance, human rights, ADR, investigative legal journalism, and legal technology as well. So there are lots of choices. These are all one-year programs. So these are just LLMs. So after this LLM, obviously, you all know you can from next year onwards, you all will be you can apply for post-study work permit. So after these LLMs, you can apply for 2 years of post-study work permit. That is graduate route, and you can work here in the UK for 2 years. Yes, Mohammed, I'm coming to the business programs as well, and then Ashley, you will talk about management programs. So I'll go to the business management programs then. Okay, so these are the law undergrad programs that we offer. So let me skip to the business programs, because we've spent a lot of time on the law right now. And as I said, we cover all the undergrad as well as masters in law. So coming to the business, so we have a big business school, full-fledged business school, because we've been working with industry very closely here in the UK for a long time. It made sense for the university to come, to start offering business programs as well. So these are the business undergrad programs that we offer. So those of you who've just finished, you just completed your 10+2 or A-levels equivalent, that is your high school, secondary schools. This will be a fantastic entry point into, really, it'll give you a strong foundation for your international careers. So we do offer BBMs. These are traditional business undergrad programs in the UK are called BBMs, and we offer BBMs with various specializations: finance, HRM, marketing, law, obviously because we are University of Law, and we also offer BSc International Business. So for example, BSc International Business is a very interesting program. All of these are 3-year program, as I mentioned. So as part of the International Business program, the whole of the second year is a work placement. So you'll get, by the time you finish your undergrad degree, you would have had 1 year of work experience already, which is a great opportunity. So, and apart from the business, apart from the undergrad, you must be waiting for this slide, a lot of you. These are the various business postgrad programs that we offer. So from MSc Strategic Business Management, it's one of our very popular courses. We have a special scholarship for that, which I will talk about in the next slide. So strategic business management is like what I call as a freshers MBA. So our MBA, we offer an MBA leadership, but that is for people with a lot of experience. So we need minimum 5 years of managerial experience to come into our MBA program. So those of you who do not have that much of experience, anyways, MBA makes sense with a lot of experience, work experience. Then MSc Strategic Business Management is a very good option. We also offer leadership and HRM, international marketing, global accounting, financial management. Obviously, we are based in central London, so London is still the financial capital of the world, even after Brexit. It will remain the financial center of the world. So it makes sense if you're looking to study any finance-related courses, then London is one of the best choices. But apart from those, we also offer some new courses that we have launched last year. project management. MSc project management is very popular with a lot of students. This is not the traditional project management where it's not about only civil engineering or things like that. It's actually focused at product management or program management, which are this program MSc project management is designed keeping the curriculum was drawn from IBM's design thinking and Amazon's supply chain management. So it's all about it's more relevant to so those of you from IT background, if you're looking to get into the project management roles or product management roles, this will be a fantastic course for you. And for those of you who do not have IT background, also who would like to come in from business background who would like to get into the IT side of things or the product marketing side of things, this will be a good program as well. And apart from this, we also offer digital sales and management, digital marketing. As you can see, COVID has changed the way that we work, in every aspect of our life. So every every job function is now becoming getting shifted towards digital space. Like, how do you do the same job digital but virtually? So sales management, which is like traditionally a face-to-face sort of a functional area, there is so much emphasis about digital sales now. So how do you incorporate digital side of it into a company's sales and business development functions? How do you acquire clients completely, digitally without any, so that's the MSc digital marketing is all about that. And obviously business intelligence and analytics, that's a huge growing area. A lot of are investing billions of dollars in analytics. That's again a sector where you have a lot of jobs. Financial compliance, financial risk management, cybersecurity. I mean, again, that's a very popular subject for not only for law background students but also IT students. So data governance, like how do you? Yeah. So this is a lot of governments are now putting so much, investing so much into cybersecurity and data governance. Every company is investing into that area. So all the courses are designed, these are all carefully chosen and designed, keeping the future employment prospects and also the employer's needs into consideration. So it's all about giving you that skills and knowledge which are more relevant in the current business settings. So Shaika, yes, hi. Well, IELTS is required. I'll just coming to the entry criteria. So this is if you want to come for an undergrad business program, we need BBC at your A levels. So that is about. It depends again on which country you're from. So, for example, in India, it's equivalent to your high school is 10+2, isn't it? So there it is equivalent to 65. So we need 65% in your 10+2 from India to come to our undergrad program. And we need IELTS of 6, not less than 5.5. And for master's courses, we need 50% from your undergrad degree. And apart from 50% in your degree, we would require an IELTS of 6.5, not less than 5.5 in all 4 bands. So Shaika, you were asking about IELTS. Yes, we do need IELTS. Our IELTS requirement is 6.5, not less than 5.5 in each band for business programs. And Mohammed, I think you might have already heard about cybersecurity and data governance. So that's that's one of the MSc programs that we offer under business school. Again, as I said, it's keeping you will touch A lot of cybersecurity related, obviously, as the name suggests, you will be covering a lot of cybersecurity related modules, blockchain and artificial intelligence modules that you can pick. The best way to do is if actually on the website, there is a detailed curriculum or the modules that you'll be covering. So I would strongly recommend you to go to law.ac.uk and just type in cybersecurity. The MSc program will pop up, and then you can go through the modules, very individual modules, and study the modules very carefully. Right. So, so just to sum it up, our entry criteria for both law and business program masters is we need 50% equal, 2-2 equivalent, like 2-2 in UK qualifications, but 50% from India. Right. So, and then we need IELTS of 6.5, and not less than some law programs. IELTS 6.5, not less than 5.5 for business masters. Have you got any questions on the entry criteria itself? Happy to hear that there are MSc courses for IT students. Absolutely, Taslima. There are, I would say, any of these courses will be relevant to an IT student. These two are merging for a long time now. There's not, so it's all about one can choose project management, which is again that's a natural progression for an IT student or IT professional. But they can also choose digital marketing again, go into business intelligence and analytics. One thing about MSc project management is like I'm just doing a bit of a just reading an article. The Indian government is projecting that they would need 7 million project managers in the next 5 years. That's so there's a huge shortage of really good project managers in India. So you can, so that's why we already have huge influx of applications for project management from India. But this is something that that connects with that. I thought that number was staggering. And Mohammed, you asked if you have less than 6%, what can you do? You mean like 6.5? You mean does not have IELTS? Can you join for the course? So Mohammed, like what we do is we do not accept Duolingo, but we accept IELTS. Online IELTS, that is called IELTS indicators. So you don't have to go to IELTS test center. So your indicator scores of IELTS, that we will consider that. But apart from that, there are a couple of other tests that we accept, which I will cover that in the next slide. And Safir, we need 50%. It depends on which country you're from. We need LP or degree from. We need 50% in your undergrad degree if you're from India, which is equal to 2-2, so 2-2 equivalents of your country. So the country-specific entry criteria, I would recommend you to go to our website, international students page. There is a student page for international students, and in that you can select your country. That will give you more specific in-country qualification. Is there any scholarship programs for joining the University of Law, Benil? Yes, we do have scholarships, which I think is the next slide. So please stay tuned. That will be an interesting slide, I'm sure. What about the study? Yeah, I will give you the tuition fees as well. So in one slide, there will be tuition fees and as well as scholarships. So you will talk about that. And best program stream for students who have completed graduation in computer applications. Rishi, again, as I said, there are all these business masters. Most of the business masters are very relevant, but if you already have become computer applications, then I would definitely strongly recommend one of those digital product management and digital masters. So or business intelligence analytics as well. Yes. So we don't have journalism and media studies. We do not have a PG or PhD in journalism and media studies, Akila. Sorry. Okay, so with that, let's just quickly go to so these are the tuition fee for those of you from law background, this is the tuition fee, and then we also offer scholarships for every course. So, for example, if you're looking to apply for LLM, the course fee is £12,000, and you will receive a £2,500 bursary, that is scholarship. So that's your net fee will be £9,500 for the whole course. Safir, your question, yeah, you have an MA currently in third year of LLB from Delhi University with 8 IELTS scores. So 8 band IELTS. Should I quit LLB and just take up GDL and follow it up with LPC? It again depends on you, Safir. It depends on why you started LLB in the first instance. If you are planning to practice in India at some point, obviously in India you would need LLB degree to practice in India to become a, So if I were you, you already are in third year of LLB, which is like you already gone past most of 60% of the course. So or training course as well. Or you could continue that, and then you could come for JDL plus VPC here. And what is the scope of MBA after BSc chemistry? Our MBA is an executive program, so it's a MBA for people with a lot of experience. So it's more for middle management people. So we need at least minimum 5 years experience. Job opportunities for BSc Botany. Sorry, Anurag, I cannot comment on BSc Botany because we do not have a BSc Botany course. And also in US, we are talking about the UK university here. So I can only talk about the UK as a destination today. Strategic management, good for BCom. Yes, of course, BCom, yeah, strategic with BSc, MSc strategic management. It's like, as I said, it's like a freshers MBA. So these are the fees for our business masters. So for example, MSc Strategic Business Management is the tuition fee is £14,000, and you get £4,700 scholarship. We have a special scholarship for this course this year. It's one of our popular courses, and so that's why we have an additional scholarship for this year, especially only for this year. So your net fee will be £9,300. Is an exam for the scholarship, or how do you select? Salahuddin, there is no examination for scholarship. If you meet the entry criteria and if you get an offer letter from the University of Law, you will get the scholarship. These scholarships that I'm mentioning as part of the offer letter itself. And for other masters, we offer up to £5,000 scholarship as well. So some of the courses are 18-month courses. So all the courses which are the tuition fees £17,000. These are all 18-month courses. The remaining, the top programs like now from strategic management and leadership and HRM, these are 12-month programs. So so just wanted to touch base on the employability itself. What are the career perspectives, and what sort of support you can get from the UK from University of Law. Is like, as I mentioned, this is one of our high priorities. That our students should be very well prepared for the job market, and we have an award-winning career services team who will be helping you with various stages of your job preparation. So there'll be some regular workshops that will be conducted talking about competencies of a lawyer if you're from law background, or competencies of a business, so in your own profession, how to target employers, how to write a CV and covering letters, because the way that you write a CV and covering letter here in the UK is very different. How do you go about, some jobs do require application forms, so how do you complete those application forms? It's not about completing application forms, but every application form should have 2 pages supporting documents, supporting statement. So how do you write those supporting statement is very important, and it's one of the toughest exercises, to be very honest. And so they will help you with that process, and they can help you with a lot of networking events that you will get to participate. And you always have the access to a database of full-time and part-time jobs that are available, internships that are available that you can apply to. And apart from that, obviously, for our law students will greatly benefit from pro bono cases. And across the industry, we have a lot of industry partners. So it's most of our teaching faculty are working professionals. So they're already in the job. So they're directors or they're barristers or solicitors. So they will give you a lot of insights. So how do you fare in employability compared to universities like LSE or Durham in corporate law? So it's a University of Law for law, we are comparable with Russell Group universities. So our employability is always higher. I don't know specific numbers with LSE and Durham, but our employment success rates, say for example, for LPC, is 97%. The industry average is about 75%. And I have a couple of questions there. So you can apply. How are the duration of these master's courses? So we already addressed that. What is the procedure for joining these courses? You have to apply online, Prajila. So everything is online. So you can go to the website and apply online. I'm a BBA student after my undergraduate course. So BBA student again, Janita, you might have seen the list of master's courses that I was talking about under our school. So any of the MSc programs that you can apply to. So for example, any of these master's programs. Hi, Mohammed Afif. Just now resumes. Yes, I mean, University of Law is we are actually things are getting much better here in the UK. So we'll talk about the pandemic situation in a while. So at that time I will address that. Trishi, again, I'm saying the computer application student. I think I would go with either project management or business intelligence and analytics. It depends on what you've covered in your BCom already. So either of these programs would be suitable for you, or yeah. And is there any entrance exams? No, there are no entrance examinations. We do not have anything but related to library and information science. Munir, sorry about that. And I'm a BSc computer science student. Resmi, that's good. Yeah, you can apply for any of these masters that I mentioned. So with that, let's look at what's happening on the COVID situation. As you all know, we are living in, these are all unprecedented times for all of us. We've never seen anything like this in our lifetime. And obviously, things are getting much better here in the UK. I don't know about your home countries. The lockdown has eased, and this week, pretty much most of the big shopping retail shops are also open. So things are coming back to normal here in the UK. And we just got confirmation yesterday that we are going to run face-to-face teaching for September. So the schools are reopening. The schools have already reopened, and things are getting back into normal as what we call as a new normality, maybe. But yeah, so we are very sure, we are very certain that we are actually running face-to-face teaching this September and October. So just so you know, our programs are starting in September, and business programs will be starting in October. So we are doing face-to-face teaching. In case if you're not able to come to the campus because of virus, say for example you're in the UK, you arrived in the UK but you're self-isolating 14 days, or you have some you have cold and you don't want to come to the campus, you can, or if you're waiting for your visas because the visas are delayed in your country, you can start the course online, and then you can come and transfer to the UK or transfer to the campus face-to-face for a face-to-face course whenever you're able to do so. So that option is there. So you can start the program online, and then you can switch to face-to-face. And I don't know if you've seen the update from UK Home Office yesterday about the post-study work permit. Even if you're starting your course online, and if you're coming to the UK later stages, you still be qualified for post-study work permit till the time you're coming into the country by April 2021. So, for example, you started the course in September or October. For various reasons, you're still continuing online, and if you can come before you have time until next April to come to the UK, and you still be qualified for post-study work permit. That's a great news, because that gives a lot of our students a relief. It was a relief for a lot of our students, because even if they were delayed by a couple of months, initially there was uncertainty what will happen with the post-study work permit and things like that. But now that has been clarified. So it's a great. So we do, if you start a program in September or October, you can start. The courses will be running without any problem, without any cancellations. But we're also looking at, in worst case, if you're not able to come for the September, you can always defer your place for next January. So, Prajila, you said your online program, our online programs are exactly the same duration as a face-to-face. So there are two types of online. So, for example, you can do the course completely online from your home country. So that will exactly be the same, similar 1 year. If it is 1 year face-to-face program, the online program also will be one year. But you can also, because of the COVID situation, if you're not able to come to the campus, you can start the course online and then transfer to the UK. And so apart from that, I just want to give you the idea. So I know that the test centers in your home countries may not be up and running at a full capacity. So those of you who are not able to do the IELTS test because of the COVID situation, we are now accepting these tests: TOEFL IBT Home Edition, Language Cert, and IELTS Indicator. These are all online programs, so you do not have to go to a test center. You just can do. You can do these tests at your home. So all you need is a laptop with a good web camera. That's it. So it's a lot easier to do these tests now. So we do. Yeah, that's again, you don't have to go to a test center and wait for the appointment. Do you have scholarships beside the fixed scholarships? Okay, yeah, we do have merit-based scholarships also. If you go to law.ac.uk, you will find some scholarships based on but all of these scholarships, for those scholarships, you need to apply for the program first, and then you will be able to apply for those merit-based scholarships as well. Next time, try to arrange a law class. We can know about law system of the world. Vijay, hi, that's a great idea. But maybe, yeah, I will pass on the feedback. But it's very hard to talk about the law system of the world. We can only talk, it might be more relevant to talk about individual countries. So because we are in the UK, the presentation was more focused at the UK law system. And then Subish, is it possible to do any part-time job while we do our course? Till the time you are not exceeding the 20-hour limit, you can do any job, Subish. It's you're as part of your tier 4, you're entitled to work 20 hours a week during the term time. Okay. So with these are my contact details. That's my email ID. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, and I might be able to help you with your specific query. But with that, if you have, we can just give another couple of minutes and see if you have more questions, and I'll be able to answer those here itself. Thank you, Anurag. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, I think it's great to see a lot of questions here, which is fantastic, and I think we've covered most of the questions. So, which is great. Thank you very much for your time once again, everyone. yeah, I hope you found this session informative, and you got some answers for your some answers for your questions. But otherwise, you could definitely send me an email if you have any specific questions. Thank you, Radhika. Thanks for that. So thank you very much once again. You have a good evening, and you all take care and stay safe. Thank you. Bye.